This was announced at the Valley Patriot Bash celebrating the newspaper. And will be awarded here tonight, so he brought along a big check.
You can boo, it's okay. I speak about 40 times a year, and this is by far the most hostile crowd I ever speak. I kind of wear it as a badge of honor, though. Before I start, is Ralph Carrero still here? Superintendent? He's long gone, of course he is. Ralph and I sat on the school committee in 1996. We've never seen him here at this event ever. He's never been to my scholarship bash ever, until suddenly he became superintendent of schools. So it's good to see that he finally found his way back. And I wanted to welcome Ralph. He's been a good friend for a lot of years. Thank you, Ralph. Eric Melanson, you were just saying that your grandfather was the principal of the Breen. He was the principal of the Breen when I was in second grade at the Breen, and your mom was my first grade teacher.
I don't take any responsibility.
The Melanson family and the Parson family have been the face of Lawrence High School and the Lawrence High alumni for decades, going all the way back to when I was in school. Is Ed Hoppy Curran still here? I felt really old. I'm 58 now. I graduated class of 85. And when, and I was sitting here feeling old listening to everybody speak until Ed got up and said that he was class of 67, which is when I was born. So if you're watching the video later, thank you, Ed Hoppy Curran, for making me not feel old tonight. The police officers still in the room. Can we have a round of applause for our cops and our firefighters? I see Hero Firefighter Manny Gonzalez is here tonight. These people go out and put their lives on the line every single day for people that they don't know. And a lot of people who don't appreciate their sacrifice. And I can tell you that I know that because my father, a Lawrence High School graduate, was a Lawrence police officer who was murdered in the line of duty. And so every year we hold an annual charity bash in his name. And we raise money for scholarship kids for the community. And before I go on, Andy Clegg, who has her own scholarship, donates to our scholarship every year. Jeff Fulgioni, who just left, has his own scholarship, and even though he has his own scholarship, donates to our scholarship every year. In fact, there's a number of people in this room who have their own scholarships. And even though they're doing their own thing, still reach out to other people and are trying to help. So, Chris Eldridge, when we started our Valley Patriot newspaper bash, it was not a charity bash. We did it to just celebrate our anniversary. We didn't think we were going to make it a year. And so when we had our first year, we had a party. And I ran into Chris afterwards and he said, why don't you try to use your event to raise money for scholarship kids? So the first year we raised $100 for a Lawrence High School kid. And we thought we were like changing the world, right, Chris? We thought this was like great. We raised $100, kid can use it for a fee or an application or something, and this is going to be great. Over the years, we have grown and grown and grown. 100% of every dollar that people donate to the Valley Patriot Bash goes directly to a scholarship kid. And before I move on, you know, I'm 58. I heard people talking about their mentors. I heard Andy Rush's name. He was my history teacher. I loved Andy so much. He's so wonderful. What a great guy. Really encapsulated what Lawrence High School is. But I want to tell you about one of my other mentors. He's a 32-year-old kid named Michael Gorman, who started an organization called the Movement Family, who goes out every Wednesday night and runs a pop-up dinner for the homeless. He works with restaurants and eateries and people who make food at home, and they come together at the Lawrence bus station on Common Street and feed the homeless. And then, at the end of the night, they take the food that is left over and drive around to all the tent cities, because some of the homeless won't come, because they're afraid if they come, someone's going to raid their tent or steal all their stuff. And on Saturday mornings, Michael goes over to Heavenly Donuts, and State Rep Francisco Polino donates coffee and donuts and small sandwiches, and they go to all of the other 10 cities on Saturdays to give them a nice Saturday, because they have nothing else. Michael, can you come on up? I appreciate you, Michael. You're one of my mentors. 2004, we just celebrated our 21st anniversary. I've published 3 books, I've been in 2 movies, I've been in 3 documentaries. I even been in music videos, believe it or not. Prospect Hill, the band, asked me to be in one of their music videos. But I have to tell you that the proudest thing I've ever done is hold this charity bash every year, because it started off at $100. This year, just last month, we raised $68,075. And that's not because Tom Duggan's a great guy and Tom Duggan works so hard. It's because people in the community who are doing their own things, who have their own charities, who are running their own events and living their own lives, see what we're doing and step forward and help. And never once in 21 years has anybody ever called me and said, hey Tom, I want to give scholarship, but I want to know, is that kid gay? Is that kid black? Is that kid Muslim? Is that kid Jewish? Never once in 21 years has anybody ever called to ask what the category the kid fit into that they were donating to. So when you guys go to college, all you graduating kids, when you go to college and your professors start telling you how racist America is, I want you to remember that you came from a community where never once in 21 years did anybody ever ask if the kid was white or Latino or Muslim or atheist or straight or gay or lesbian or transgender. People in Lawrence come together and they help each other despite whatever their category is. So I want to thank you guys. This year, just the 15 minutes, is that all right? This year, what is Jayhronnie Ferran? He was the commander of the junior ROTC. He founded 2 robotics teams through the Lawrence High Junior ROTC and the Youth Development Organization. And he spent his summers, oh there he is, hi Jayhronnie. He spent his summers at Phillips Academy so that he could catch up on his classes. So when he got to college, he'd be more prepared. I don't know many kids that do that. He's been accepted at Merrimack College, UMass Boston, Virginia Mary Institute, Roehampton University, Bowling Green, and I could list about 8 more. This kid's a star, and I have to tell you, we've had a lot of kids come from our scholarship program at the Valley Patriot over 21 years. I have never been more proud of a kid that we're going to give a scholarship to. This year, I'm very proud, and my team, have my team come up, because they worked very hard to run this charity award for Jayhronnie Ferran is in the amount of $11,506.
At this time, I'd like to call up Mr. Richard Gorham.
All right, right here.